Hey guys, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're looking at a brand new release from Becca. So this is called, I believe this is called the Becca Zero. Okay, I'm sorry, the box is like white and the lettering is silver, so I don't know if you can see, maybe you can see that zero, but it's called the Becca Zero collection maybe, because I got two products. Oh wait, there are only two products in this launch. Both are called the Becca Zero No Pigment. So this is called the Becca Zero No Pigment Glass Highlighter for face and lip. So this is what it looks like. So it's just like gloss, and then it has this giant doe foot applicator, as you can see. We'll go through each both the products one by one, and then this one is just like a small box, and in here you have this little container. This looks so frosted and so cute, and it looks so small, right? But it weighs a lot. It really weighs a lot. Like, it feels like a paperweight. It's so heavy. I don't know, is the product itself so heavy, or the actual container is not exactly frosted. The product is so frosted and like, I don't know, it's like so intriguing. My interest was piqued to the highest level possibly, and then so I had to get it. So this is called the Becca Zero No Pigment Virtual Foundation. So what they promise is, like, their basic marketing unique selling proposition is, this is a foundation. They are marketing this as a foundation, and like, it has no pigment, as you can see. It is colorless, and but it blurs your skin, and it like creates it takes away the imperfection. It like fills your lines, like blurs your pores without giving any pigment. It just like does the work of a foundation basically. So this is my first time trying an actual foundation, because I don't wear foundation. I don't wear any kind of a makeup base, like a concealer or foundation or a prime. I kind of do have primers, because MAC strobe cream falls under the realm of makeup primers, I guess. So yeah, I have used primers, if you consider the strobe cream as a primer. So it is kind of like a primer, right? Glowy primer. It's like very glowy, and it has this, it's kind of tacky. So yeah, but yeah, what was I saying? So this retails for $36, and the gloss highlighter is $24. So let me quickly see where both are made. The gloss which is the glass highlighter, is made in, where is this made? Where are you made? Yes, the highlighter is made in Italy, and you get 6.5 milliliters, which is kind of like how much you could expect from like a liquid lipstick, like a good liquid lipstick. 6 milliliters. So 6 milliliters, made in Italy, $24. Is this made in Italy too? Probably, yeah. No, oh, I'm sorry guys, the foundation is not made in Italy. This is made in Korea. So $36, made in Korea. And how much do you get? 1 fluid ounce, which is 30 milliliters. Yeah. So yeah, that's all the information. So when you open, it has like, it actually has a stopper, which I took out. So it has a stopper, and it has this little tiny C-shaped spoon, like a scoop. Hang on, I'm sorry. Scoop, where you can like scoop the product out, and you can just apply it on your face. I also have, since all I use on my face is just sunscreen, I have a sunscreen to show you guys how this works with the sunscreen and everything. So let's first talk about the Becca Zero. Hang on. Oh no, the scoop just fell down, and you can't see where it is. Never mind, I'll just use my finger. So anyways, I use this product 3 different ways. First, I used it just on top of my regular moisturizer, not a sunscreen and moisturizer combined, just my basic moisturizer. I wanted to see how, because when I use my moisturizer, I usually add like just a drop of some kind of an oil. Usually my favorite is castor oil. Just use like a tiny bit of castor oil. That way it makes the moisturizer really sticky, and just like absolutely, it's like moisture heaven, right? So I was kind of wondering how this product would react when there's an oil on my face already, because I always mix at least like 1 drop of oil with my regular moisturizer. So I use this on top of moisturizer and oil, and I was so happy that it worked really well. Let me just take a little bit. That's, like I said, no, it's like colorless. It has no color. It's not white or anything. It's colorless, and that is what it looks like. It's actually pretty cool to the touch, and it kind of melts beautifully into the skin, and it's kind of so airy and whipped. And once it touches the skin, it's not thick at all, guys. It's like kind of melts into the skin. And yeah, I don't know if you can see, there are these tiny lines in my hands, but here it's like more smooth, right? So there's some kind of a smoothing thing that you see. And I have to say, it worked beautifully with moisturizer and oil. Over moisturizer and oil, that is. It worked beautifully. It did not ball up. It just, the thing is, the consistency of this product is actually pretty thin. It looks thick and whipped and kind of dense. It's not at all. It's not at all thick. It's not dense. It actually, once you spread it on the skin, you'd start to feel, it kind of surprises you. You start to feel how thin and lightweight it is. It just melts into your skin. So yeah, that is how it looks like on the skin, and you can see the difference, right? This I don't know. I don't, tell me if you see a difference. So yeah, so that's the first way I tried it. I used this few times. I actually used it like at least like for 6 or 7 times. So the second time I tried it, I wanted to try it over sunscreen, like a actual, this is like a sunscreen and a moisturizer together, not just a sunscreen. So this is the Josie Maran Argan Daily Moisturizer SPF with broad spectrum SPF 47 and Sun Boost ATB. This is like a super oily moisturizer, guys. We'll get to that next. That's how I did it the next time. Like I combined the sunscreen and this together. I just mixed it and like made it into a little cocktail and applied. So we'll talk about that next. Now the second way I applied it, I first applied the sunscreen. Let me just show it to you how I went about it. Yeah, sunscreen. This is so white, but it hardly leaves any cast. Look at that. There's no cast. Like, it's a super good, and it is a physical sunscreen. Like, you know me, I always side with physical sunscreen. I don't know why. I recently did like a comparison of new launches of physical sunscreen, and for some reason I just left this out. This is one of my like all-time favorite sunscreen that I always constantly use. When I run out of it, I actually repurchase this again and again. So I really like this. So yeah, look at that, no cast, right? Like no cast. Look at like how white that was, like no cast, right? So I was like, a lot of times products just don't work over sunscreen. It just kind of balls up, and maybe it kind of dries and peels. I don't know. I just applied this over the sunscreen. You see how just no problems whatsoever. Look at that. I'm actually rubbing it really nicely into the skin. Look at me. I'm like massaging it really nicely. That's not what I do on my face. I gently apply it on my face, but I'm just like going to like the extreme end of showing you guys, like even if you rub it, the product doesn't like ball up. It doesn't do any, it doesn't present any problems at all. Look at that. It just worked, both the products. I have layered it, and it just looks so good. Something that I wanted to show you guys. So this is the second way I did it. Third way is I wanted to, now when I applied this, you guys noticed how oily this is. Like, now not all physical sunscreens are oily. This bugger is super oily. You cannot step out of the house. Yes, it doesn't have much of a white cast for what it is, but you cannot step out of the house without setting your face. It's incredibly oily. It's like you look like a greased chicken. It's like so oily. That's one of the biggest downsides for this moisturizer. It's a must. You have to set your face. You cannot like just apply it and just like go. So I wanted to see if this texture, if this oily texture finish overtakes this satin finish, or if this satin finish completely overtakes this oily finish. So that was something on my mind. So I tried this cocktail. I did this. I took some. I also took a little bit of this. Oh, that's a lot. And I mixed it all together, and look at that. That is a lot, you guys. That is a lot. It's so much. And when I applied it on my face, I'm so happy to report that the oily finish of the sunscreen didn't win. It didn't win. The Becca Zero foundation's finish completely took over the sunscreen, and you know, altogether how it looks on the skin. I was left with a, I'm just showing it to you guys. I was just left with a subtle, look at that, like a subtle satin finish. Look at that. That's how it looks. That's how it looks. Look at that. Really nice, right? You hardly see any cast. In fact, I just applied it. A lot of times once it sets on your skin, the sunscreen, even this cast that you see kind of like blends into the skin and it just disappears over a few minutes. So look at that. It looks so good just by its when I mix it. Let me quickly show you for reference how this looks by itself, how super oily that can get. Look at that. Look how oily that is. It's super oily. No, I think you need more to really see how oily this sunscreen is. It's like impossible. It's just, you have to, look at that. It's super oily. It's like crazy. So oily, guys. And look at this. So happy that the Becca foundation totally took over the finish of this oily, very greasy finish, greasy looking sunscreen. Beautiful, great formula, a lot of antioxidants. It's like lots of argan oil in this product. I think all of Josie Maran's products have argan oil. Beautiful formula, really, it doesn't break out. Great formula. And look at the cast. It literally looks white. Look at that. It looks white and like no cast on dark skin. I have dark, not even tan skin. I have dark skin. So look at that. So great formula, but oil, the finish is super oily. But when I mixed it with the Becca Zero foundation, the Becca Zero foundation totally took over that the oily finish, and it gave it like a, you know, like a satin finish. Look at that. You don't even need to set your face if this is the finish that your you know, sunscreen gives. So I tried it 3 ways. Once with over oil, and then the second time I layered it. I first put my sunscreen and then I put the Zero foundation, and you guys saw how I rubbed it both together, and like it was flawless. And the third way I tried it is I actually mixed it into like a little cocktail to see how they work, and you guys saw it. It's beautiful. I'm incredibly satisfied with the Becca Zero foundation. I'm really loving it, you guys. I really like the ingredients list. There's not a lot of ingredients, I think, if I'm not wrong. Not a lot. And oh, it actually has castor oil in this too, which actually makes me very happy. I was like almost positive that, like, I saw this frosted dry slip kind of look, and then I was positive that it has you know, dimethicone or silicone of some sort. I'm very happy to report that it does not have any silicones. Yeah, let's talk about the glass highlighter. So this has a giant doe foot applicator. I think maybe mine is like a faulty one because this was scratchy. There's some kind of a sharp thing that actually is a scratchy. When I actually apply it on my skin, it actually pokes. I can actually feel the sharp. Well, it's not exactly sharp. It's not like, you know, fuzzy like like the way it looks. It look now, if you look at it, it looks like so soft, like a teddy bear soft kind of a finish, right? But there's like a spot in the doe foot applicator where it's not, and it kind of pokes me. So I'm not happy about that. And yeah, this is the finish. Just FYI, this does not set. This does not set. It's just like a transparent, just a see-through clear gloss, you guys. So that's why I'm not like giving so much time for this product, because that's what it is. But I have to say, the consistency is not like thick and sticky like a regular gloss. It's actually pretty thin. It's thin, but it doesn't set. Just FYI, it doesn't set on your cheeks. I don't have that on my cheeks. I just realized that. I totally forgot to put it on, but it works well, to be honest. Like a no, I think it really works well with this, because it's like no pigment to lift off, or if it like pigment, sometimes when you use a sticky thing like this over like a pigmented foundation, it kind of like moves, and kind of, you can see that it's separating. But since there's no pigment here, it's just like on your clear skin. Like I think these two really complement well with each other. But the glass highlighter does not set. It stays sticky forever on your cheeks. It gives a beautiful look for sure, but it doesn't because it doesn't set, it doesn't last either. You can just expect, there are no surprises, because it doesn't set on your cheeks. It doesn't really last well on your cheeks as well. So yeah, I like it, but I think it's a little overpriced. $24 for this little guy. I don't know. On the lips, it will just works like a clear gloss, to be honest. I wasn't blown away. I feel there's nothing like stand out about this product. So yeah, what else? Something I really wanted to say is, because it's a foundation, they said that it will blur your skin, it will even your complexion out. Does this do anything? I don't really see a lot of results, to be honest. I love the texture. I love how it works really well with skincare, and with sunscreen and everything. But it kind of blurs my pores, but not really. I wouldn't say it blurs my pores. It kind of, like if you really, it kind of does. I'm not saying like there is no difference at all with respect to pores, that is. It does blur my pores. And then with respect to lines, maybe I'm kind of the wrong person to do this, because, not to brag or anything, I don't really have a lot of deep set lines on my face. I'm not a very expressive person. I don't really have any lines on my forehead. I don't really have a lot of lines on my forehead. And then I have my laugh lines, but it's not exactly deep set, as you can see. You see that? It's not, I don't really have a lot of deep set lines, at least on my face. I do have like, tiny, minute, fine, wrinkly lines here and there in my body. But on my face, I really don't really have it. And from what I saw, this does not settle in the lines at all. It doesn't settle in the lines, so you can apply as much as you want, wherever you want. It does not settle in the lines, but I don't feel it kind of blurs your lines. I didn't see any kind of blurring any lines. So if you have deep set lines, it probably might not settle in those lines. But at the same time, I don't know really. For the pores, it kind of did blur the pores, I gotta say. I kind of did see a difference, but it's not like a drastic difference. Wow, kind of a difference. No. What else? I tried to apply this highlighter on the lids, because you know how like glossy lids are super trendy, although I personally do not like it. It always reminds me of an infection. I don't know. I know, so gross, right? It reminds me of an infection, and I just don't like it on the lids. But I have tried to use glosses and glosses on the lids, and I never liked it. One, because like I said, it reminds me of like an infection or pus kind of a thing. I know. I'm sorry. I don't want to put this idea in your head, and maybe if you like it, if you get this idea in your head and not able to get rid of it, don't blame me. I'm sorry. So yeah, But another reason I don't like putting glosses on the lids is that because they settle in the lines of the lids. Now I told you I don't have lines on my face, but I have lots of lines on my eyelids, like really like everything will settle in the lines, right, on the eyelids, unless you set it properly with a primer and, you know, start using eyeshadows. So I tried using this on the eyelids and actually I was impressed. This did not settle in the lines at all on the eyelids. It's actually kind of smoothed the eyelid, and it obviously gave like a glossy finish. But if you just use like just the tiniest bit, it doesn't even look very glossy, super glossy. It kind of gave like a healthy glow on the eyelids, and I actually really liked it. I think the fact that even this, the gloss, which is what's this, glass highlighter, does not settle in the lines. I really like that. I think I'd be happy to use this on the eyelids, like a, you know, glossy. I would use this same product as a highlighter and just bring it over here and just apply it on all over the eyelids, and I think it looked good. So yeah, all in all, actually I'm really happy with both the products. Will I repurchase this? Probably not. I don't think I'm repurchasing the glass highlighter, too expensive. This, yes, I will. It's pretty heavy. I don't know how this would do in travel. It's super heavy, guys. Like I said, it's like a, it looks like a paperweight, and it's as heavy as a paperweight. I'm not joking. So yeah, all in all, these are my thoughts. Hope if you're like on the fence about buying this or not, I did not see a lot of YouTube reviews, but I saw like Sephora reviews, and this guy had like 3 stars, both the glass highlighter and the foundation. Looks like people don't like it. I'm not sure why. Maybe they're expecting like coverage, and I didn't go in expecting coverage. I was just like intrigued. I was just open to anything. I was just intrigued. My interest was piqued, but I wasn't like, I already did not form ideas as to what I want from this product. So I'm very happy about it, but the reviews are not very good on Sephora's website, but I really like it. I give it 5 stars. So this guy, I'd say skip it. Not that worth it. But if you are super into the glossy eyelids, I say get it. I think it would be a good investment to get it, because this doesn't settle in the lines on the eyelids at all. They just don't. I was surprised by how nice it looked on the lids. So that is it, you guys. Hope this video and this review and this demo helped you. Look at that. Doesn't even look like I had that. And you guys remember how much I used, especially on this hand. I mixed it, and it was like so much, and I wasn't even confident as to how it's gonna look. Look at that. Look at that satin finish. I hope this demonstration really helped you guys make a decision. All in all, yeah. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.